Hey, what's up? It's Miguel, and in this video, we're going to talk about struggle. Why you have to pick your struggle, why comfort and why pain are both the different struggles you can pick, right? So if you don't know me, I'm Miguel, I'm a web developer. I teach web development to people all around the world because I believe it's one of the best ways for you to achieve personal and financial freedom in your life. So you have to choose your struggle, be it comfort or be it pain, right? Nowadays, we live in very comfortable societies where we have everything given to us, basically. We don't really have to get anything for ourselves, right? You got food, you go to the refrigerator, or you go to the supermarket, you don't have to hunt anymore, right? You just go and you don't have to like even go to the market to barter, to like exchange goods for money, right? Maybe if you had like a farm back in the medieval times, right, you would exchange maybe milk for bread or stuff like that, right? So you would actually have to provide something of value to get something back, right? Nowadays, everything is very easy, everything's very accessible, very cheap in supermarkets as well. You have a plethora of options, so you can basically eat whatever you want, right? You can get lost in choice in a supermarket. So everything is completely abundant. We don't really experience heat or cold anymore. Everything is like at a base level, we could say, of lack of adaptation. We don't really need to adapt anymore, right? We don't require survival like we did in the past. So there's not pain anymore. We don't have that pain. We don't have that necessity to struggle, and that's a very human thing. That's a very human need. So if we don't struggle, we actually get depressed, and that's why we have these like large numbers of depression nowadays in our society, where tons of people need to go to psychologists, right? Tons of people are spending money on medication, on drugs to feel relief from pain, relief from mental stress, even enhance maybe cognitive abilities with Adderall. That's a thing in the United States. So there's all these drugs, supplements, and things that just make life easier, we could say, and avoid us getting into that sort of state of struggle, we could say, or state of survival that is necessary for human fulfillment and just people feeling good about themselves and trusting having confidence in yourself, because confidence comes from competence. So you really need to obviously work on your skills to be able to achieve that competence, and just through stale solutions like pills, or just literally like if you're hungry, just go to the refrigerator, get some food, and like all these things, they're given to us, right? So that's why I say you have to choose between comfort and pain, because comfort is going to get you into that depressed state where you're not doing anything with your life and you feel lost, right? But pain, right, actual pain, actual struggle, actual survival, we could say, right, the traditional way of being a human being, right? So the natural way of being a human being, that's going to put you probably in a state of mental pain and mental stress. But as you deal with it, you become more able to take on stress, and that's how you progress in life, right? The more stress you can take on, the more you can actually advance. So I choose this side, and I choose this side over this one. I do indulge in this one every once in a while, but I'm focusing most of my efforts on struggle. For example, boxing, through meditation, through monk stance, through learning programming, which is a very difficult skill. Now I'm actually learning blockchain, so I'm doing reps on full stack, but I'm transitioning into blockchain, which is another new technology which will require some work to achieve, right? But it's mental effort, it's mental dedication and daily dedication that you have to put into your days. And these struggles actually push you forward. Instead of doing something easy, like maybe English teaching, right, which is what I did before. It was extremely easy because I just know how to speak English, and I know how to speak Spanish, and it's great here in Spain, right? Because I can teach English, I can be a bilingual English teacher, and that's very high in demand. But it's not really difficult, so there's a low barrier to entry, so there's a lot of people supplying a similar skill or a similar value that I can supply. And the fact that I'm bilingual isn't like a determining factor. It isn't like a big differentiator, we could say. So I decided to put myself in a difficult situation, learn programming, and now I have tons of jobs. There's so much opportunity because nobody wants to do it. We live in a comfortable society where nobody wants to take that risk, nobody wants to take that initiative to actually do difficult things and learn difficult things and put themselves in difficult situations where they're going to obviously encounter failure and have to adapt to that failure and try again, right? So kind of ties back to when I talked about sales, the fact that rejection is failure, and people who can get through sales, and if you can stay in a sales job for a while, you actually develop that grit, you develop that ability to resist the failure, we could say, or resist the rejection and bounce back and bounce stronger, right? Sort of adapt your approach to what you did wrong and attack with an iterated sort of process, we could say, or an iterated plan of action. So I really recommend that you choose or at least indulge every single day in the option of pain through stress, through difficult things, right? And there's many ways to do this. As I say, I indulge in this every single day. So I put myself in difficult situations every single day through boxing, through meditation, through the monk stance, through exercise, through learning programming. And I'm not sure if I'm missing any around there, for example, through recording these videos outdoors as well, through putting myself in difficult situations in this regard. But the main one for me right now is boxing. Boxing really does put me in stressful situations where I have to control my emotions to be able to be effective in a combat against another person. That really helps me to control that situation of stress and be able to adapt. And programming is the other big one that really helps me every single day to push my limits. So those are some ways that you can add pain to your life, but you have to choose between comfort and pain. They're both going to be a struggle. Okay, so comfort's going to be a struggle because you're going to fall into depression. You're going to have to deal with the depression. Depression is actually a sign of your body telling you have to change what you're doing. You have to change your approach. And you have the other option, which is actual pain and struggle and strife and stress, but it's going to come with so many more rewards. So with comfort, you have the reward of comfort, of feeling good for a certain period of time, but you have the negative of depression. And with actual pain and difficulty, you have the con, we could say, of pain and difficulty, but you also have the plus of all the benefits you get from dealing with those difficult situations and dealing with that stress that nobody else wants to deal with, okay? Because we live in a very comfortable society, and if you actually take this route, you're going to distinguish yourself very fast from the rest, okay? So this is my message for today. I hope you liked it. If you did, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this, and do it every day, man, and you'll be okay. Ciao.